Hello, and welcome to the B.A.S.S, Big and Small Screens. Today, today I would like to talk about Spiral from the Book of Saw. Now, it is no secret that I am a big fan of the Saw movies. I did an entire week where I watched all of the Saw movies. I have covered the Jigsaw movie, which came after those first seven Saw movies. And this one, Spiral, is the ninth Saw movie. And as of recording, later next month, in October, is going to be Saw X, the 10th Saw movie. And you better believe I'm going to cover that on this channel. You better believe I'm going to see it. Because I enjoy the Saw movies. And this one was no different. Now, Spiral from the Book of Saw is kind of similar to Jigsaw because the first seven Saw movies were absolutely part of a larger narrative with Jigsaw, John Kramer, uh, starting with these booby trap rooms and either killing people or forcing them to make decisions to like change their life, which the ethics of such, we'll leave that for the ethics committee to decide. This is not for me. um, Also, it's a horror movie. uh, you can kind of just be like, no, people are going to die. Now, over the course of these, uh, spoilers for those who haven't seen any of the Saw movies, John Kramer, the Jigsaw killer, dies in the third movie. There's the first movie, there's the second movie where you see he's not doing that well. There's the third movie where they literally um, kidnap a doctor to keep him alive until the end of the current uh, traps for that movie. And he dies at the end of it. And then there's a fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh movie continuing on with the apprentices and other people and the other mysteries of the Jigsaw killer and whatnot, because he had apprentices. And all of those are set up, and it continues forward until the seventh movie is done and done. Boom, we're good. Everything's done. And then I believe it was a little bit later. I'm not entirely sure how long, but a little bit later they did a Jigsaw movie, which had the actor Tobin Bell in it, and he did some cool stuff. But it was set up that it was like this movie was taking place some 10 years in the future, after the Jigsaw murders. So after the first seven movies, this movie takes place 10 years later, and we have a copycat who's doing it. And it is a self contained narrative uh, surrounding this copycat and the deaths that come about there. Spiral is in a similar vein, a standalone movie following a copycat. It has oh, what's his name? What's his nugget? You know who I mean. There we go. Uh, Stars Chris Rock as a detective. Uh, Samuel Jackson is in it. There's a few others, but they're not actors that I know. But Chris Rock is in it as a detective. And this copycat killer starts uh, attacking, and bodies start turning up, and we find out that the bodies that are turning up are police. That the this copycat jigsaw killer is targeting police, and there's a whole narrative wrapped up in this movie about corrupt cops and whether, like, it kind of asks that question of, do they deserve to be tortured for the bad things that they have done? Are they getting their justice, their just desserts, sort of thing? And now that is the sort of question that has a lot of pointy teeth in all directions, like a saw blade, one might say, uh, because it is a narrative, and it is a question that requires a much more nuanced take than what this little show that I have here is both willing and capable of getting into. That being said, I will say that uh, if you are a cop and you are the sort of cop that harasses people, that even abuses people, and causes trouble for those who, for no other reason than just because of what their economic status is, what their race is, the color of their skin, um, like you can get right out. You can, pardon my French, fuck off and die, because yeah, I don't have any pity for you if you're that type of cop. Now, I'm somebody that loves police procedurals and cop stories, detective stories, mysteries. Like, it is something that I dearly love. And it is something that I feel can explore the idea of corruption among the police force, can explore the idea of a systematically racist system that exists in uh, law enforcement. Like, these shows can explore these with, thought and nuance, and actually make people think about things, and possibly even spur change. Spiral is not exactly that. It does kind of poke at the idea, and does introduce corrupt cops as being basically the target of this copycat killer. That these corrupt cops are the ones being brought down and killed. Now, do they deserve the death penalty? Do they deserve the torture that they undergo, or do they just deserve to be, locked up, uh, imprisoned, fired, etc.? Like, what do they deserve? Like, is it this torture or not? It That question is brought up, maybe not directly, but definitely indirectly. That question is brought up, and the movie doesn't really answer it. Um, it does answer it from the copycat's perspective. He absolutely feels they're getting what they deserve, but he's also going out of his way to kill people. Is this a normal and logical uh, thought process? Is this somebody that you should be trusting? Now, that being said, there is also a matter of, um, you have Chris Rock's character, uh, and Chris Rock is an African American actor, and in the movie, he is you find out, spoilers for Spiral, you find out that he was part of an internal affairs investigation involving a number of these people that have been dying. There was big investigation. Like, his character almost died because of the inaction of others, um, which sparked a series of like reforms and whatnot. The world of Spiral is kind of almost but not quite dystopian in the level of um, police power that the police have, and it explains it in the movie. But you have this internal affairs thing going on surrounding Chris Rock's character. Now, it could easily be read as having a racial quality to it. Whether it does or not, that is a little beyond me and a little beyond my experience. But I can see how you could read into it that. And the way the pieces all fit together. Haha, pieces. See? Jigsaw? Pieces? See what I did there? The way the pieces all fit together, uh, it's it ends up being compelling to me, at least. Like, I enjoyed the movie, and I enjoyed the narrative that this movie portrayed. Even while I look at it and I go, uh, yeah, this is definitely a little lurid. Um, this is definitely pulling on the spectacle and the like secondhand uh, grunge of everything. Like, and I can see how it's doing this, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I've rambled on here, and I don't know if I made any sense. I don't know if I did, but it's really quite interesting. Um, as with a lot of Saw movies, there's kind of a twist at the end of this one, and it's a good twist. I'm here for it. Um, I definitely kind of saw it coming. It took me a little while. I didn't have it figured out from the beginning, but I kind of saw it coming. But it's quite nice. Quite a good movie. So, that was a fun ride. Thank you all for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble about Spiral. Um, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment uh, about what type of horror movie do you like? What type of movie do you think I should cover next, or show, or anime? Leave a comment down below and let me know. And hit that subscribe button if you like what I'm doing, so you can be kept apprised of when new videos go live. Otherwise, I guess all I have to say to end this video is make your choice, live or die. And I'll see you next time. Game over.